Okay, hey, second and third block. Happy Monday to you. Again, I'm very sorry I'm not here today. My boyfriend's having surgery, so I had to take him to the hospital today. But I am around on email. If you need anything, feel free to email me. I have my phone with me. It's basically just me sitting around waiting for my boyfriend to get out of hospital. So here is our agenda for today. We're going to start with reviewing the 2 targets we had for last week, and then we're going to talk about what is a theory in science. We'll talk about this scientist named Alfred Wegener. He was a German scientist that lived from 1880 to 1930, and he came up with a theory that we're going to talk about. You'll do what Alfred Wegener did, and then come up with some evidence for something called continental drift. So let's start with reviewing those targets from last week. What are the main ideas from last week that you need to know? Well, I need you to know the 4 layers of the earth. So our target was, I can describe the 4 layers of the earth. So you need to know that there's a solid metal inner core surrounded by a liquid metal outer core, surrounded by a mantle of hot solid rock, and finally the crust is the thinnest layer, which is solid rock on the outside. And then after we talked about those 4 layers, we talked about convection currents in the mantle. And what this means is that the rock in the mantle is hot. It moves like that glass that I showed, but it's very, very hot. It's still a solid, but it gets heated from the core, and then it starts to rise up all the way up to the crust. It moves along the bottom of the crust, cools down, and starts to sink. So we get these movement, or this convection current, of the hot rock in the mantle. And it's similar again to the lava lamp, where a lava lamp has this heat source on the bottom. In the earth, that would be the core of the earth. And that it heats up in the lava lamp, the wax. In the mantle, the hot rock makes it rise. As that rock gets further and further away from the core, it starts to cool down more and more, and then it will sink back down. So I need you to understand there's that movement of the rock in the mantle, because that's going to be important on Thursday. All right, our agenda, or our target for today. Our target for today is I can support Wegener's theory of continental drift with 4 pieces of evidence. So what is his theory of continental drift? He came up, Alfred Wegener was a scientist from the 1880s to 1930, and he came up with this theory that at one point, millions of years ago, all of the continents on the earth used to be together in a supercontinent called Pangaea, and that over millions of years, they've drifted apart to where they're located today, and that they're still moving. So we're going to look at what was his theory, and then what evidence did he have to support that. So here's our agenda now of what you're going to do. We're going to talk about what is a theory in science and who is Alfred Wegener. And you guys will do that independently. So what you will do is you will open up task number 1. It is a Google form. It has a couple videos in it. You're going to complete that Google form. It should take you right around 10-15 minutes. So you have 20 minutes to do it. And then you're going to come back to the class, and Miss Beveridge will put you guys in breakout rooms to do a little activity. So what you need to do right now is open up task number 1 from the Monday folder in Schoology and work on that form. And you have 20